All right, folks, so this video is going to show you how to add some stairs to a Revit model. Specifically, we're going to add them in the floor plan, make sure they kind of fit right, and we're going to cut a hole in the floor too. And then to show your work on this one, you can submit a screenshot of something. So what I've done is I've created a kind of a view of this object that has lots of hidden elements so that they don't get in the way. If we take a look at the 3D view, ooh, that is a bad angle. There we go. This is the front of the house. If we actually wanted to see everything, we could unhide stuff. This is what the house looks like, but I've hidden all the walls and the roof so that they don't get in the way of this process here so that we can see what's going on. So this is our level 1 floor plan. Looking straight down on the object, this is where we're going to initially place the stairs, and they are going to go up to level 2. So what they're really going to do is they're going to come up, and they're going to come up through the floor right here, and then we'll just carve out a space in the floor. So I'll show you that. It'll kind of be 2 steps then to do that. So to start, we place the stairs first, and we'll cut the hole in the floor later. Placing the stairs, we go to the Architecture tab. There's a stair option here. The default settings here are pretty good. It actually sets the riser height and the tread depth. Based on the settings, the riser height is how much it goes up. The tread depth is how deep the step is for your foot to go on. You can adjust some of these. You got to be careful though, because if you adjust them too much, you'll end up with stairs that look super weird and don't work for you. The first things we want to check here before we even start drawing anything is the base level. So these stairs are going to start at level 1, and the top level, they're going to go up to level 2. We don't need to worry about these 2 offsets. They would only apply in certain specific situations. The next thing we're going to want to do here is think about how we are locating these stairs, because basically what it's going to do is we're going to draw a line, just like you see these 2 dots here. That will be the line we draw, and it'll create the stairs around that. So we're going to use a left support location line. Often by default, it'll be on the center of the run, which means the center of the stairs, which is good sometimes. But you'll see how we create this. We're going to draw the left side of the stairs, and it's going to generate the stairs off on the right side of that line that we draw. No offset. We'll leave a 3-foot run width, so that's like how wide the stairs are. And we don't have to worry about landings right now because we're not putting any turns in this. But so what we're going to do is we're going to have these stairs come right up here in the middle, like right in front of the front door of the house here. I've got some stairs on the outside, so you'd walk in, there'd be the hallway here, the stairs are in the way, the TV is going to be up against the stairs, and the kitchen area is over here. So to create this, what I can do is you'll notice that I've got all these, they're called snap points, those little circles popping up. You might start to catch on that a triangle is a midpoint snap. If you hover for a minute, it tells you what it is. A square is an endpoint snap. So what we're going to do is hover near the end here, and I'm slowly moving my mouse away, and you see I get this. It's called a projected snap line. It's that dotted line. And what I start to see is I also get a dimension over there on the right. So I could say, all right, this is maybe 6 feet. That's enough space in front of my stairs for my front door. So this is going to be sort of the foot of the stairs that I'm starting here. And so I'm going to click once. And you'll notice now I have stairs stuck to my mouse. What's really neat about Revit is it calculates the number of stairs you need given the height of the stairs that you picked here, which in this case is 10 feet between the 2 levels. And I'll show the elevation in a second. So you can see that. And it actually counts down here. It says 2 risers created, 13 remaining. 6 risers, 11 remaining. And it counts. And you know when you've completed your stairs because it'll say 0 remaining down there in the corner. And then what we can do is click, and that's going to actually place the stairs. And I'm pretty sure, let's check in our 3D view, this should be going up, yep, in the direction that we want. So I'll go back to level 1. So I'm switching between my 2 tabs here. The 3D tab you can open up over here if you don't have it open yet. So this has created our flight of stairs, and let's tilt this down. Again, I'm holding Shift and moving it, or you can move the display around with the view cube here if it's easier for you. So this is great. We've created our stairs. We still have room for a hallway down there to get into the bedrooms, all that stuff. We will have to chop a hole in this wall too, but we'll worry about that later. We'll worry about the floor first. So that basically creates our stairs, and we can adjust these later if we want to. But for now, let's say good. We're good. We're going to finish those stairs by clicking the check mark. And these dotted lines here, this is where it's getting chopped off as it's going up when we see it in level 1. Let's jump up to level 2 here. So now this is where the stairs are coming up through, and we see in gray everything underneath. We're actually seeing the roof here off to the side. We're seeing the walls that I've hidden. We're seeing all these other pieces. But what we want to do is we want to select the floor here. And now this can be kind of hard to do because you might say, well, I can't pick the floor. The walls are in the way. But here's a little pro tip. If you put your mouse somewhere and you push tab over and over, it'll cycle through, and you're going to notice down here in the lower left corner, each time you push tab, it selects a different object that's under your mouse. And the floor is really all over this entire surface. So I'm going to stop when I've hit tab enough time and floor appears, and then I'm going to click, and that has actually selected our entire floor that's here. From here, I can edit the boundary of that floor, and this will let me change the floor. And I know we haven't covered how to actually put in floors yet, but this will actually teach you some of that. This is the boundary of the floor in kind of this pinkish purple. What I want to do is I'm going to actually pick the edges. So I'm going to go to pick line from my draw panel up here. I'm going to pick the lines that outline the stairs. So I'm going to pick that line, that line. Let's pick this one. And I'm going to pick the outermost lines of the stairs. And I've got some gaps here. So what we can do is close those up either by unpicking or by switching back to our modify tool. We could drag the ends of these lines over. That's one way to do it. A quicker way, if we do this on the top one, is to actually pick the trim extend to corner tool. I know this is a lot of tools, but I'm packing it all into one video. And I can pick two lines, and it will basically complete a shape so that I can get a completed shape. And what this is doing is this is saying the outline of my wall is out here, and I want another outline here where there's going to be a hole. I mean, the outline of my stairs. Wow, the outline of my floor, excuse me. Okay, so I've created a new outline here, and that's going to actually put a hole in the floor when I click finish. It may ask you about the walls that were touching the floor. I say attach. It may complain that things aren't going to be able to stay joined anymore. You can unjoin them. Unjoin. Those are some details about the walls that are underneath this and whether they can stay connected to the new floor that we created, which sometimes causes issues. Now, if we flip back to our 3D view, we unselect that floor by clicking an empty space, we see that we now have a hole for this floor. So at this point, this may already be a lot for people, so this may be where we stop. Follow my instructions when I'm actually in class, but I'm actually going to keep I'm not going to keep going with this because this period is over. So that's going to be the end of this video for now. In the future, I'll talk about how to add railings around this and some other things like that. But this will be kind of an experience in editing the profile or the outline of like floors. You can edit the outline of a wall as well and many other flat objects, as well as adding stairs. So at this point, you can take a screenshot of your work, probably, if I say so in class, upload that, and that's how I will know that you were able to successfully do this. So hopefully this helps some people.